Hello, everyone. My name is Angelique. Sylvia is already here in a child's pose. There is the place that we're going to start with today. In today's class, it's called Rooted Foundation. We're going to draw up from the strength of our legs and feel hopefully free and perhaps free as a bird. If you know me, you know what that means. But it doesn't mean that you have to. Yes, there's always tons of variety and other postures that you can do. Most important is to listen to your own body. And also Sylvia here, she was being sick, so also getting back, and she just told me, I noticed that I feel a little different, and let's see how it goes. And that counts for you as well. So can you be happy where you are right now? So what we'll do in class today, of course, we're gonna find awareness, and we're gonna try to learn about ourselves, our body, our mind, our breath through that renewed awareness. And that's your foundation, of course. If we're not aware, we can do whatever we want to. But, if we're simply not aware, where's our base? And whenever we have that awareness, we can also start to see the more deeper meaning of yoga. So it's not just the asanas, but one of the aspects that is in yoga philosophy, for example, is also contentment. Yeah? So to be happy with where you are right now. And that means to not spill your energy on things you cannot change anyways. Like the weather. You can be bummed out that it's raining, but is that gonna change? No. So accept the way things are for the next 45 minutes. Accept where you are. You don't have to get into a fancy pose. Just accept where you are. Listen to the body, honoring the boundaries. Feel free to adjust when needed. So walk your hands to the right side as far as you can. So we get a little bit more stretch into the left side body. We'll get physically into a lot of side stretches, hamstring stretches, some twists, some hip openers, some balancing poses. Well, anything I forgot? Let's take it all the way over to the other side. Take a moment there, side body long. And then walk it all the way towards the center. Now, shift your weight into the hands and knees. I'm just going to shift a little bit to the back of my mat so I have space, but you move forward. Tabletop. Spread the fingers wide, claw the finger pads into the floor, press the floor away. So do not overstretch your arms. So they're kind of straight, but there's a softness in the elbows. And then from there, send your right leg back. Inhale. Draw the knee to nose on an exhalation. Round. Inhale, extend your leg back. Keep it straight. External rotation towards the right. Keep it high. Keep pressing into that left hand, especially. Hold. 3, 2, 1. And then land the foot down onto the floor in line with the left knee. Right arm up to sky. Inhale, open twist. Arm thread needles, so slide it underneath the left armpit, and then try to bring that right shoulder down as much as you can. So if there's anything you need to do, anything you need to adjust, go for it. If you have a block, it might be an idea to bring the shoulder onto the block so you don't have to cross so much space. Yeah. Take one more big breath. And exhale it out. Inhale, lift your chest, release. And then exhale, ground the palms firmly into the floor. Lift your leg. Inhale. Send it all the way back. And then release, tabletop exhale. Left leg extends. Send it back on an inhalation. Draw the knee to nose on an exhalation. Rounding. Inhale, reach the leg back and the crown to the front. Keep the leg straight, turn it all the way over towards the side. External rotation, keep it high. Press more into your right hand to keep it lifted. Yes, it's a little bit of challenge. And then, block to the side. Lower the foot, and you feel like, left arm all the way up. Inhale, open twist. And and an arm thread needle, slide it all the way underneath, allowing the shoulder to lower. And I like to bring my right elbow to point up, so I create a bit more space to go down. One more big breath. One more exhalation. Coming out, press into the right hand, lift your chest, inhale. Exhale, hands ground down. Lift your left leg up, and then send it back. Square the hips, release your knee. Okay. Tabletop, tuck your toes, and then send your hips back and up into your first downward facing dog. And start to walk it out. Feel free to straighten one leg, bend the other. Shake the head, yes and no. And just listen to the body. If you need to take a breath in one pose, go for it. Balance things out, do it on the other side as well. Good. And then start your journey to the front of the mat. You can walk, step, or jump. And I want you to bring the big toes to touch. Half lift on an inhale. Maybe your hands go to shins. On an exhalation, fold over your legs. You can soften the knees, roll up, shoulders shrug, so keep the hands down. As you lift your shoulders all the way up to ears. Roll them back and down. 1. Number 2. And number 3. Good. Now, from here, we're going to ground the left foot. You're going to keep the left foot where it is. Your right foot will cross over, so your ankles are crossed, and the little toes line up. Now, lift your toes, and then feel the arches of your feet activating. From there, you're going to send the outside edges into the floor. You're going to squeeze your legs together with sound effect. Draw the belly up and the tailbone down. Glutes are strong. And then from there, arms reach up to the sky. Grab your left wrist, and then from here, move it all the way over to the right side. And we're going to take just a little moment here. You can pull that wrist a little further so we create some space. And I feel that opening through the side body more than what we just did in your child's position. Okay, can you look up on an inhale? And then fold from the hips. Exhale. Half lift on an inhale. If you don't have enough space, hands to shins. And then exhale, fold. We're going to bring the left hand to the hip. Right hand is going to grab your right ankle, so come to the tippy toes. That is going to help you. Now the weight is in the left foot. And like a little paintbrush, your right foot is the brush. Linkerhand op je heup. We're going to take it to tree pose. Yeah? So you can keep it on your calf muscle, of course, below the knee, or you take it higher up. And I admit it's not the easiest way to get into tree pose, but it will help you to stay present so your brain isn't dull, since we're not doing it the same way over and over again. This is a different way of getting into. What does that do to your mind? Can you accept where you are? Can you accept that you might be more wobbly than normal? And then bringing the hands to heart, soften the shoulders down away from the ears. External rotation of the right leg without turning the hips. Now, send the knee forward, single leg mountain, arms reach up. Inhale. Bend the left knee, take a huge step back, palms flat. Exhale. Left foot steps back. Inhale, high plank, push-up position, come to toes. Feel free to lower knees, modified version first time. Exhale, halfway down. Double push-up. Inhale to plank, modified version. Exhale to lower onto the belly. Now, the strength comes from the back muscles. If there's any lower back pain, release your hands off the floor. Lift. Feel it. And lower, forehead down. From there, press to modified or full plank. And then send your hips back and up. Downward facing dog. Right leg's gonna go up to sky. Inhale. Draw the knee to nose, exhale, foot in between your hands, left knee down, untuck the toes of the left foot. Press the legs down to rise, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Big circle, draw the hips back from a pressing of that right heel. You can release the fingertips. And we're going to do that 2 more times. Rebend, arms forward, up, strong legs, squeeze your inner thighs. Exhale, half split pose. And the third one, maybe without the arms. Inhale, reach them up. And as you exhale, just use the power of that leg. Press the heel down, pull that whole leg back in its socket, and then feel that tremendous stretch in the back of the leg. And so your hips should be on the same level. Sit bones point back, crown forward. That's an extra breath. Okie dokie, then from here, bend your front knee, walk the hands forward, back knee lift, step to top of mat. Half lift, feet together. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, rising up to sky with your arms. And then this time, hands in front of heart, and then release next to the body. Okay. Right foot stays, left foot steps outside, little toes line up. So lift your toes, feel the arches, grounding, lifted energy, inner thigh squeeze, glute muscle engage, arms rise up, inhale. Good, and side stretch towards the left on an exhalation. I'm following the line of the back leg. Stay a little longer, pull that wrist. So we're creating a bit more space right there. Opening, allow the hips to move to the right as the upper body is stretching to the left. Inhale to look up, and then exhale to fold over the legs. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale, right hand to hip, left hand to left ankle, paintbrush the inside of the leg, and then come to Vrikshasana. External rotation of that left leg. So from the root of the right foot, planting the sole of the left foot on the inseam of your leg. Hug that together. Draw the hands to heart when ready. And take 2 more breaths. Yes, single leg mountain. Inhale, left knee forward, arms lift. Big step back. Exhale, low lunge, palms flat. Right foot meets the left into high push-up position. With or without the knees. Exhale, lower Chaturanga. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower down, cobra or straight to up dog. Open heart, collarbones broad. Move hips back and up into your downward facing dog. Down dog, left leg all the way up. Draw the knee to nose, step it through. Right knee lowers and the toes point back. Press into the floor to lift your arms up, low lunge. Circle the arms back as you draw the hips back. Half split. Bend your knee, arms circle forward and up. Open the heart. And then circle the arms back into that half split pose. Okay, last one. Inhale, low lunge. Maybe without the arms. As you're exhaling, use the power of the legs. Good, crown reaches to the front. Sit bones reach back. And then from there, we're gonna come to the front of the mat. So hands to the front, back knee lift to step, half lift. Forward fold. And we go straight on from here. Bend your knees, chair. Both of your legs squeeze in as the arms reach forward up. And then sink the hips a little further back and down. Can you keep the spine long instead of arched? So belly goes in, tailbone lengthens. And then bring the hips back. Maybe lift your toes. So you're forcing the hips to move back. Release the toes down again. Bring the belly all the way down towards the thighs. We're gonna find a way to sit. You can open the knees if needed, or you're just gonna let down and lift your feet. Oh, that's a good idea, boat pose. Strong core center. Heart open, shoulders back. 3, 2, One, spread the feet. Bring them all the way down onto the mat and then roll your lower back, your middle back, your upper back down, arms next to hips. Bridge. Send those hips up to sky. Inhale, hold there. Exhale. And try to feel that not the neck is on the floor. So it's just the back of the head and the shoulders. So you might want to walk the shoulders in. Lift, lift, lift. Oh, it's your cobra, huh? Shape. And then exhale the upper back, the middle back, the lower back, all the way down. Directly send the knees to chest. Cross your ankles. Hold the feet. Exhale. Huh. Lift the head so you make yourself round. Lift the hips. Inhale. And then roll forward. We move to plank. So you can jump straight into it, or you need to adjust your microphone. That's me, not you. So just come to plank. Yep. High push-up position. On an exhale, lower down. Oh, Christina, sorry. Inhale, plank pose. She was holding chaturanga. Exhale, lower down. Second one. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Feel always free to modify. Down dog, exhale. Good. Take one big breath in. And a full cleansing breath out. Yeah. And then your right leg is going to come all the way up to sky. Bend the knee, open the hip into a peeing dog position. Lift the knee higher, squeeze the foot to bum, so the left side of your hip comes higher. You feel a little bit more shift of weight into that left side, but we're not doing anything. Just peeing dog. And then from peeing dog, inhale, extend the leg to square the hips. Exhale, knee to nose, step it all the way between the hands. This time high crescents. So rise up, bend the back knee a little. From the center, grab your left wrist, keep that bend as you stretch over to the sides. Okay, later you're gonna feel like, oh, I'm so happy this pose is here. Now from here we move to skandasana, surfer, facing the left long side of your mat. In other words, point the toes of the left foot out, front leg straightens, right fingertips can come down, left hand can lift up, or you want to keep the hand down as well, that's fine. Yeah. So from here, can we lower the bum a little bit more, though not too much, no hanging. Strong leg, like that half split. The only difference is that your left knee is pointing out. And let's swap that just once to the other side. And then one more time, moving it back. Twisted lunge to the top of your mat, so left hand grounding, right hand lifting, left heel spins up. That's it. Now the strength of your legs. So squeeze the legs together. The knee is not out. Knee stays above your ankle. And a scissor action, front and back leg kind of squeeze as well. Okay, so from here we're going to find a crescent with a twist, and that means we have to lift up our left hand. So come to the fingertips first. Shift a bit more weight into the right leg. And then rise, right hand points back, left hand to the front. Oh. And then from this transition, just take a full breath. Feel the power of your legs. Then send your arms forward, up, palms touch. Inhale. Kneeling salute, back knee down, fold the head to knee. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Turn to the back of your mat. Kneeling salute, back knee down and fold. Inhale to rise, turn to the front of your mat. And then as you're exhaling, release your hands down to floor. Step back. High push-up position. With or without the knees. Lower chaturanga. Press to plank. Lower chaturanga dandasana, maybe all the way to the belly. Broaden the collarbones as you lift up through the heart from the power of your legs. And then move to down dog from here. Down dog, left leg comes up to sky. Peeing dog. Bend the knee, open the hips. Super nice, Sylvia. So that left side of her hip is higher. The knee lifts, the foot squeezes to the right bum. Good. Also at home, nice, nice, nice. The weight starts to shift slightly further into the right foot and right hand. So you almost feel that you've been pulling away from the floor. So you almost pulled into a flip dog. And of course, not now, but the next one. 3-leg dog. Inhale, square those hips off. Exhale, draw the knee to nose. Step the foot all the way between the hands. Alrighty, and then from here, high crescent on an inhalation. Lift, 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 lift. Ooh, softening the shoulders. We're grabbing the right wrist and then stretching towards the left side. So back knee bends. It helps you to open up the chest a little more. And just notice how far you can get into that side stretch. Skandasana, surfer pose. So from here, back foot out and flat, front leg straightens, right knee points out externally, and then feel free to point the toes up. Micro bend into that knee. Like a half split in the front leg, so toes up. Yes, yes, yes. Lower your bum a little bit more down. Lift your toes, external rotation of that left leg, as well as the right leg. And we'll swap it around to the other side. Lift, whoop, and then swap it around once again. Twisted lunge to the front of the mat. Right hand grounds, left hand all the way up to sky. Now feel that opening. Squeeze the legs. So from the power of your legs, you're squeezing the legs together and the inside of your thighs to find length from the bottom of your spine to the mid back, to the upper back. And that hand reaching, perhaps look up. Oh, okay, now you know what we're doing, huh? Crescent with a twist, so we need to draw away from the floor. First, come to the fingertips, shift the weight more into your front foot. And then from the power of your legs, twist, lunge, high lunge, high lunge. So here, whoop. There you go. Yes. Take a full breath. And then it's time for our kneeling salute. So reach your arms forward up, palms touch, inhale. Exhale, back knee down, fold the head to knee, strong core. Inhale, rise, turn on your heels to the back of the mat. Kneeling salute. Inhale, rise, turn to the front. Exhale, hands lower down and step back for your version of plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. To plank. To Chaturanga Dandasana. Into upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Oof. One big breath in. And a full breath out, and I told you already, second round, right leg up to sky. Bend the knee, open the hip, peeing dog. If you want to take it into a wild thing, you can take your weight forward first. Turn the heel to the left, step your right foot behind your left leg. Press the hips up to sky, squeeze your shoulder blades to press the heart up. Wild thing, for 3, for 2. And 1. If you're coming out, shift your weight a tiny little moment into that left hand, left foot without touching the floor at all with the right hand or right foot. And then in slow motion, stepping the foot all the way to the top of your mat. And if there was no slow motion, don't worry. There's something to work on, right? We always can evolve. And then from there, arms rise up to the sky. Inhale, high crescent. Grab your left wrist. Exhale, side stretch. Oh, I told you. Now it feels good, huh? One big breath. Whew. Skandasana. Only once. Front leg straight, back knee bend. Skandasana to twisted lunge. Left hand grounds, right hand goes up. Power up your legs, and then from there, pick up your toes of the front foot, back foot turns as well. So we lower the bum down as you open up through the heart, point to the back foot. So there's a nice side stretch, outer hip stretch. And then from there, you're gonna bounce the hips up, circle the hand down onto the floor again. Now take a little step, a little hop with the left foot closer, and then we'll move to a pyramid pose, yeah? So your left foot not too far away. I have long legs, so I take quite a big stance. So if you have your block, you might need it. Just to demo that. Hands underneath the heart, And then pull your right hip back, press the left hip forward. So you kind of squeeze the inside of your legs together. Both legs are straight. Yeah? And the block is optional, but it's certainly handy when you're rounding, because I want you to have an open chest. Yeah. So hands on shin, as Sylvia is doing, is also an idea. However, you always have to be careful that you still have the power of your legs, and we're not dumping the weight too much into the leg. Certainly not in the knee if you're higher up. Yeah. So I'm just going to give you the block because we're going to go into a twist. You can reach it. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take this into the twisted version, twisted triangle. So the feet stay the same. Preferably hips stay the same. So what we do, if you have the block, place it on the inside first. If you don't use the block, it's fine, right? But you need to have enough space. Right hand to the sacrum. Now, pull the right hip back so you get that squeeze of your legs as you reach the crown forward. And you start to twist that whole upper body to the right side. You did it in your twisted lunge, but now your front leg is straight. If you're here and you're feeling, I want more challenge, block on the outside of your foot, your ankle. And then maybe lift your arm up to sky. Shoulder blades squeeze together, heart is open. 3, 2, 1. Coming out. Release. Bringing the block out towards the side. Bend your front knee. Step the left foot back first. Then step your right foot back into your push-up position. Double push-up vinyasa. Exhale to lower. Inhale to press. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Open the heart. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Left leg up to sky. Bend the knee, open the hip, peeing dog. And this is the moment that you can feel free to flip your dog. However, if you want to stay where you are and you're happy there, that is fine. If you're playing with the peeing version, the Wild Thing version, Wild Thing has the right leg straight, the left knee bent. And you want to squeeze the shoulder blades to open up through the heart. So you press into that right hand a lot. Yeah? Now, if you want to step forward slowly in slow motion, slower than you want to, the weight goes into the right hand, right foot, left toes peel off the floor. And there we go. 3, 2, 1, land. Good. Arms rise up, high crescent. Grab your right wrist, stretch to the left. Oh my God, this is so good now. Take a full breath. Okay, we pick it up again. Skandasana. Left leg straight. Lower your bum. Twisted lunge. Left hand up. Now the bent knee version, right, to start with. Now still squeeze the inside of the legs together. And then from here, we're going to point the toes to the left long side of the mat. And then that little toe side edge of the right foot is still on the floor. Lower your hips, opening the heart. Oh, that's a big stretch. And then circle that left hand down to the floor, toes point forward, step the right foot closer by. Okay, so your heels are not in one line. If I draw a line from Sylvia's front heel to back, they're not in one line, but you want to bring this foot closer by and flat. There we go. So there is some space. Good. And you press the outside edge of the foot into the floor, so the arch is lifting, your leg is straight, and you draw the left hip back. Maybe that block underneath the heart. Keep pulling the left hip back. Is already setting it up for the twist later. 2 more breaths here. With the left foot in front and the right foot back. Okay, so I'm gonna take the block on the inside of my ankle first of all. On the highest position because it's easiest. If you wanna go deeper, you can. Right hand onto the floor, left hand onto the sacrum, that bony bit there. And then from there, can you pull that left hip back again? Right hip forward, squeeze, squeeze inner thighs. Ooh, that's interesting. That's more active, more stretch. And then start to twist your torso towards the left. Then perhaps the left arm can come up. It's not important if it does. It's more important that you keep your chest open, the collarbones broad. Yeah? Yes, it's a revolved version. Je ging de andere kant uit, Lotte. Yes, there you go. Good. It's not an easy pose. So from here, we're going to come out. Release your hand, remove the block. Bring your hands flat, right foot back first, because it's a longer stance for plank. Left foot follows. High plank, inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low. We're going to wash it through. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Oof. Look to the top of the mat, bending knees, lifting heels. Step or jump to the top. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold on an exhalation. You can stay in ragdoll, holding on to the elbows, or perhaps you want to follow me and hold on to the big toes. So we do a laced version. So we're bringing the index and middle finger around the big toe, and then closing with the thumb. And then press the feet down and out to lengthen through the chest. From here you fold with a bit of arm power, elbows out, sit bone to lift. Take a breath or two. Thighs are engaged, kneecaps are lifted, however, knees are not locked. Shoulders lift up and away from the ears. All right. And then from here, lift your chest on an inhale. Heel toe your feet out so you can come down into yogi squat, malasana on an exhalation. So instead of skandasana, which is basically a half lunge, this is on both sides of your legs, on both legs, we're squatting. So I meant half squat and this is a full squat. Yeah? So if a block sounds like a good idea, you can, because we're going to add a twist here. So I want you to keep your chest open, your knees out. Toes point the same direction as the knees, okay? Hands can join in front of heart center, Angelique mudra, and then lower your hands a bit more stretch into the wrists. Broaden the collarbones, pull the shoulder blades down the back. It's not easy when you're in this position. We want to find a bit more length here. Okay, and then let's lower the right hand down, the left hand up, open up into an open twist. If you want to try out if it's possible to bind, you can go around your right thigh. Just to try out. So nothing much changed. And then from here, open up your arms. And then bringing back towards the center. Left arm going down, right hand going all the way up. Open up, open twist. And then bringing the right arm behind the back, left arm around. Twist. However, if the bind is not happening, just feel free to skip it and go back to where you came from. Be okay with that. Listen to the breath. Back to center. And then from here, we're going to move the hands down and the hips up to sky. And then walk your feet towards each other. And just take a little moment here to bend your both knees one at a time before we're going to go into our last little cycle. With a balancing pose, whether that's bird, whether that's a different one, that's up to you. I'll guide you through, don't worry. Take one more breath. Exhale. Okay, we'll start in a chair, as we did earlier. So, lower your bum, send your arms forward up. There's two options. You're gonna stay in a long chair, or you're gonna go to crow pose, arm balance. Hands down, knees wide. Knees to the upper arms, hips lift as you're coming to the toes. Shift your weight. Elbows are bent, one knee at the back of your arm, second one on the back of the arm. You can land and step back, or you just step back, or you jump back. Vinyasa, high plank to lower. High plank, exhale, lower. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg comes up, inhale. Bend the knee, open the hip, exhale. Inhale, extend the leg up to sky. Exhale, draw the knee to nose. Step through. This time, warrior 2. So as your left arm is going to pull you up, your left foot is going to ground down into the floor. Now the heels are in one line. And then you're going to press away from the back foot to get a little deeper here. So, palms to the long side of your mat. Look to the left hand. Send your right arm forward and down. Triangle bent knee. Okay, so there's a microphone in my way. So you get the idea, triangle bent knee version. The front knee is bent, the back leg is straight. And then can you draw the right sit bone under instead of back? If you want to go for a bind, you're going to bring the left arm behind the back first. Right arm underneath. So there's less space to cover. So see if that's possible. If not, don't worry. If it's possible, you can keep that. I just have to change my mic. Otherwise, I'm not able to do it. So you're going to step all the way to the top of the mat. I'll show you the full version. You can step forward. We're going to do UHP. Yeah? So for the full version, if you have to bind, keep it. Left foot meets the right. Lift the right heel of the foot. You're going to take the leg with you. If that is not an option, you're going to pull that leg up like we did in the beginning, tree pose. But then from tree pose, you're going to hold on to the knee, and you send the knee out to the side for easy UHP. So it looks a bit like this. There's one difference. I have a bind. Okay. You're going to go for it. You can show us the other one. Hold your right knee with your right hand and your left hand to the hip. Yes. And open your chest and open the knee. And if you want to do the straight leg version, you're grabbing the outside edge of the foot. So, for full bird, right leg extends. And bring it all the way down towards the floor. Oh, step the left foot back first. Reversed warrior. Oh, stretch that right side out from the bind. And then windmill the hands down to floor. Right foot steps back. High push up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower down. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. One more side to go. Left leg up to sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, square. Exhale, step through. Rise up for your warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Grounding that outside edge of the right foot into the floor. Flip your palms to the long side of the mat. Gaze to the back, to the right hand. And then send the left arm forward, down. As you can stay right here, or you're going to go for your bind. Right arm behind the back. Left arm under. If you have a full bind, keep that. Step forward with or without the bind. And it doesn't have to be one step, it can be more. And then really try to tighten the arms around the leg before you're lifting up. The other version will be holding to knee, as Sylvia is doing right now. First of all, whoops, opening the chest, opening everything up, and then maybe extend the leg out. Yes, bird of paradise from the power of your legs. Maybe not today, that's okay. Step the left foot back, then your right foot, that warrior 2 stands under the bane. Right foot. And then release, reversed warrior. Oh, good, and especially after binding, this feels good. And then release and windmill the hands down to floor. Last vinyasa, step it back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower down. Upward facing dog on an inhalation. Downward facing dog on an exhalation. Woof, well done. Look forward, bend knees, lift heels. Step or jump to sit. Lie down on your back. Oh, lower back presses down into the floor. And then let's come in one more bridge. So off the feet down. And then lifting the hips up to sky. And be mindful again of your neck. So it's these shoulders and the feet that are onto the floor. Oh, good. We'll take the block if you want. Yeah, listen. So you can do a supported bridge. I'm going to put my block to a medium stance underneath my sacrum. And I'm lowering my bum on top of it. Arms can be out to the sides. Can be a little less, of course, but just to make sure that I have enough space with you next to me. And then from here, you can extend your legs out. So we open through the heart, and the legs extending is an option. Stretch the front of the body. Oh, that feels good. Feels so free to stay right here. And if you're at home and you're thinking, inversion, yes. Then you're gonna draw the knees in. And you're gonna send the legs up. It's a supported shoulder stand all of a sudden, ta-da! You can take it all the way up if you wish. So you're going to bring the legs overhead. You can move the block out towards the side, hands onto the lower back. Walk them down, fingers point up. And then start with the knees into the third eye. Feet squeeze to bum. Good. If there's any discomfort, listen, back off. Try to not look, but feel. Maybe you want to straighten the legs all the way up to sky. That's it. So try to squeeze the inside of the legs together and up. And just staying there for a moment. And then we're going to build it down to the floor again. So first of all, if you're in a full shoulder stand, you're going to come to plow. If you are in a supported bridge, stay there for a little more. And then from plow pose, legs are active. Press into the floor if you can touch. And release your arms next to the body. Okay, and then slowly start to uncurl. And then from here, let's bring the feet towards your bum, so you're bending your knees. And you hold onto the shins, and then we're gonna roll one more time to sit up. And then we're gonna do a forward fold. If you like, of course, you can do the legs straight, but I wanna do the leg wide, so I'm just gonna move a little bit back. So here, wide version. So if your pelvis, if your hips are rolling back, yeah, look at what I'm doing right now. I'm just a little slumpy right here. Bring the hands behind you and then push the floor away. Like, all of a sudden, magic. There's a straight spine. Yeah, you want to keep your spine straight. So it might be that this is where you stay. And it might be an idea also, Sylvia, to use a block. So whenever you're thinking of coming forward, you can bring the elbows towards the block. Yeah, that's it. And the legs are active. So you're engaging your quads, you're lifting your kneecaps without overstretching. A towel underneath the knees would be a good idea. And your toes are pointing straight up to sky. If you're here and you notice that it feels good and you want to go a little further, make sure that you're not overreaching. So you want to keep softness in your practice. Only if it feels good, you're going to bring the block out towards the side, come to the forearms. And you take a couple of breaths here with the neck long and the eyes closed. Soften the throat, soften the gaze or eyes closed, as I said. And then listen. Listen to what's there. And maybe after a couple of breaths, you feel your body release this tension. And it can help you to go even And further for the last 2. Big breath in and out. 1. Keep your eyes closed. Just walk your hands in to lift your chest. And when your chest is up straight, you're gonna bring the hands behind the knees, bend them. And as you lie down onto the back body, take the knees with you. And the last little moment to squeeze the legs in, the spine stretches, the bum down, the shoulders down. Or if you want to do a little bit more wiggle, you can. And then we're going to find Savasana, relaxation. So just lie down. Yes. And allow yourself to soften fully. Notice what's there. And just notice that you can be happy with where you are. Or were you bummed about the fact that maybe Bird of Paradise didn't go the way that you wanted to? So can you think of that acceptance and let go of negative energy and, not wasting the energy, but just see if you can think, oh well, this is what it is right now. And you can make your decision from there. So you can take a little bit more time. Hetty is already there for our posture breakdown. So Hetty, don't worry, we're gonna start. We are about to start in a couple of minutes. So I'm gonna say goodbye to you. If you wanna do a posture breakdown, it's mountain pose today. Have a lovely day, and thank you, Sylvia, for demoing. Enjoy this moment. Hope to see you soon. Bye. Hetty, I'll be with you again. So if you're gone, reassign to class, yeah? See you in a bit.